and welcome to More Than One Opinion. This is Rody Nupur with my co-host Jinnie Day.
This is our Lockdown Diaries edition. So welcome. We're just making the most of this time just to kind of plan ahead and just kind of discussing how we've been keeping sane and healthy during this time. So with gyms and everything closed, a lot of people have been struggling to keep on top of their fitness and what they're eating. So I've been kind of following your posts on the reg, and it's been pretty disciplined already. Like I'm super impressed.
Except the alcohol today.
Yeah. Okay. But that's pure, so that's fine. It's not too bad. Day drinking's allowed in lockdown. But take us through a little bit of your routine, your transformation in the last sort of 12 to 18 months has been phenomenal.
So what because I've always trained. I've always trained since the age of 12. I always used to watch my done everything sort of correctly. Even when mum and dad would be inside, it'd be raining, I'd be training in the backyard. I set up my own bricks and metal bar to do training with. I put some ropes on the top of the garage beam so I can actually do chin-ups with. So I've always trained. But I went through a period where, family caused a lot of issues for me, depression, and then I kept training, but my nutrition suffered, and that's what I've shared a lot with people over the years. Obviously, you're going to get haters because they don't like the fact that you've gone from, being slightly overweight to having a six-pack. They don't like that, because they can't do that. So it's not about the six-pack. The six-pack's just the bonus of what you get.
Yeah.
What happened was I've always had a six-pack. Then what happened was I went through the depression and the food intake suffered. So my body suffered. And then you get into a very comfortable state where every night you'll just have ice cream. Normal to have Nutella from the jar every day.
Yeah.
It's normal. And what happens is it's comfort food, right? And then, but you're training at the gym.
Yeah.
So you're bulked up and you're big, but you're actually quite unhealthy, and your body actually thinks you're obese. So your heart's struggling to keep you up. You're actually not healthy. Your skin, your everything, your mental state is actually not in a good place. So I decided enough's enough. My nutrition needs to be adjusted. So training is still very similar to what I trained, but I just upped the intensity, slightly changed the program according to listen to my body. We're not 17, so your body tires, it has pain, it has all these things. So you need to sort of listen to your body, but push it beyond its comfort zone. So really what I felt was, as I started to refine my nutrition, that my body started to get sculpted, and I already had large muscles because I was already training. So it was starting to look like I'm big, and everyone would come up to me and go, "Oh my God, you're so much bigger." I'm actually 3 times smaller. I wear size small shirts when I used to wear maybe extra large shirts before. So I'm actually much smaller. I just look bigger because it's now shredded because I've lost all the weight that was covering my muscles from before. So really nutrition played a massive part, and training plays a massive part, sleeping and resting, and automatically I just felt like I had the whole thing balanced now. My mind was rested. You feel better about yourself. Training automatically when you're at the gym releases all sorts of endorphins and things into your system that makes you feel just good. Right, it makes you addicted to wanting to train. Because it's sort of like a drug that sort of keeps you wanting to keep going for it. So it's a good feel. That's why they say you're a gym junkie. What happened? You're actually addicted to the gym. So right now, during this lockdown, I'm slightly depressed. I'm actually not happy about not being able to be at the gym. But in saying that, I can't let my nutrition suffer dramatically, because I'm more at home now because we're in lockdown. So you tend to eat more. So I can't allow that. So what I do is I substitute my food. So before I go for that chocolate, before I go for the lollies, before I go for something that's just going to sort of satisfy my craving, I'll take a breather and I'll do something and I substitute it for something that's less calories, more nutritious, more protein, more veggies, more kind of that kind of feel for me. So I still fill up my stomach. I'm not going hungry, but I don't allow myself to go for that craving and then hammer the Nutella jar and hammer that Cadbury bar or whatever it is that you're craving that you want to do. So I tend to stay away from those things. And I set up sort of a home training system for myself with whatever I have. Okay, and I don't have a lot of equipment here. I live in a small apartment. So I set up just whatever I can. You can see it on the videos that I've been posting, and I'll post another one.
I will share some.
We'll definitely
for you to check out.
Yeah, a lot of people get into this. Well, I'm at home, but I just don't feel like I only feel motivated when I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
I don't feel. You have to break out of that system, because if you'll become very quickly depressed. Very quickly it will creep up on you. Very quickly you'll lose your fitness.
Yeah.
So I just, whatever it is, whether a bit of movement, whatever I've got, I'll train with it. And you can see it in the videos. It's very basic sort of equipment that I have, but enough to keep my body working quite well, and just get a little bit of pump. It's not the same as the gym, because you really need weights.
Of course not. Of course not.
You still get a good pump and a good movement.
It's something better than nothing. But a lot of people suffer, obviously, with motivation being at home. What is it specifically that helps you to kind of get up and?
So I don't know if you see my stories in the morning. I have a specific routine in the morning. I make my own breakfast. I make most of my own food. I actually don't eat out unless I'm invited somewhere or whatever. And generally, I'm very picky, and I tell people, they're like, what do you want to eat? Like, you were coming here and you're like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, Jinnie, please, I don't want carbs. Right? I don't want carbs. So it's not that it's not carbs that are too big. So it's not that carbs is bad. It's just I want to eat more food.
Yeah.
Carbs seems to boost a lot of calories.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sort of just eat a bit of carbs and then I've used up all my calories during that day. So I want to eat more meat. I want to eat more other things.
Yeah.
So I reduce the carbs. It lets me eat more food, right? So it's just I'm still eating the same calorie intake that day. It's just I'm keeping a mental note that day and over the 7 days of how much I've eaten, roughly, so that I don't eat more than I'm burning.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So once I eat more and I'm burning less, I'm going to start putting on weight. So what I'm trying to do is reduce my cravings with eating shitty food, just to be honest. In the morning, I set up a very good beverage. It is.
Super hard.
But I don't let myself stay hungry. Because when you're hungry, you'll eat whatever, your body will crave quickly sweets, because that's quick energy, quick. So what I do is in the mornings, you see me eating my oats with fruit, and I sort of have a really good fiber, jam-packed morning sort of breakfast. I have my proteins, my veggies during the day. I try to have less meat, more sort of fish, seafood, lighter kind of foods at night with veggies and things like that. So I'm actually never hungry. And that's really the trick.
Yeah.
Fill your stomach up with veggies, salads, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to keep the carb less. And potato, I don't consider that as a veggie.
Yeah.
It's a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
So just be smart how you think, but never be hungry. Because if you're hungry, you're going to crave instant energy kind of food, lollies, sweets, chocolate, whatever. So that's the trick. And I motivate myself in the morning and say, you know what, this is my body. I want it to last. Automatically, when I train and I eat good, it's going to look good. But that's not really why I'm doing it. I'm doing it so I can feel good.
Yeah.
And I've got something to gauge. So if I've got a six-pack and I want to maintain the six-pack, I'll know what to gauge. Because a lot of people is, when they put on weight, they don't know if it's 10 kilos more or 20 kilos more, because they're already just overweight.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get to a point and you keep that as a base, you'll just monitor if you're putting on weight or not, because you're quite conscious on not putting on weight. Okay, so that's how I engage it. And I just make sure that I'm not hungry. And I have enough food all the time for my day. And if you can meal prep, awesome. I meal prep and I freeze things in the freezer. And I put it, I cook a whole heap and I have it all ready. So I can never get into a point where I go, you know what, stuff this, I'm just going to smash that into my time.
Yeah.
I will never get in that position. because I used to, and I know how it feels, and it becomes comfort, and it becomes normal, and you think, I'll burn it tomorrow. No, you will not. It will accumulate.
Yeah, it's going to become a habit, it's going to become routine. I think meal prep's like crucial, and I think you need to be organised to stay on top of it. I think food, like anyone says, is what 80%.
Look, I'll eventually start putting on programs, nutrition, and things on Instagram to assist people because I've been getting asked a lot. Like I went from 3,000 followers to nearly 11,500 followers in a few months.
Phenomenal.
Right. So all I did was literally just show what I'm doing. People obviously like the ads. So as soon as I posted that, I just went so. But it's to show you that it's achievable.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
I'm not 18 years old and I have abs where I can eat 5 value meals at a McDonald's and have Big Mac and whatever. I'm not that, right? So really, I'm targeting the over 30, over 40, over 50 that is struggling now with a slow metabolism and this sort of shrinking muscle where you're like, what am I doing? How am I putting on weight? I'm eating exactly the same. Your body's changing. You're not exercising. You're not watching what you eat. What you used to be able to digest very quickly back then, you can't now. So all these things. So slowly, I'll actually start uploading more programs and things just to assist generally. And that's where I started from. I actually wanted just to help.
Yeah, of course.
But because of the so many, like a day, every day.
It's inspiring to see everyday people do the so-called, impossible. People have some excuse like, I'm busy, I'm juggling this, but it's kind of like, hang on, you've got a business, businesses, you've got family commitments that you're juggling, so it's not like you don't have anything else to do, but you still manage to maintain that routine.
Look, I think if you want something, and I post it all the time, almost daily, I say the same thing. If you want something a lot, or you want it badly enough, if you want it badly enough, you'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. If you don't want it that much, you'll make every excuse under the sun not to do it. So if you think your health is vital for you to last, so say you're a millionaire, but if I say to you, you're a millionaire, but you're going to die by the age of 55, that's it. You're going to say, I didn't even get to enjoy my money. You should at least last to 85 or 90, at least, without too many complications. So wouldn't I try to invest in this vessel that's going to carry me into my old age? Wouldn't I try to? If we study anything and we know anything, that a lot of cancers feed on sugars.
Yes.
A lot of sugars.
Yeah.
So our ancestors never ate these kind of things. Our bodies are not designed for these kind of things. So if I can minimize, I'm not saying I'm the chocolate Nazi, because I love Nutellas, I love chocolate, I love that.
Of course,
but what I'm saying is that if I can minimize and I can fill this body up in things that are nutritious for it, have a good balance, see what actually I'm allergic to and what I'm not, see what absorbs into my stomach well and what makes me bloated. Try to avoid those things. All these little things.
Yes, gut health is
important. Like not just, like honestly, I can tell you, as soon as I look at a person, I just go, that person doesn't care about themselves. They just care about money. But they don't care about themselves.
You can see it also in the face as well.
They don't care about themselves.
Yeah.
I can tell straight away.
Yeah.
So why? Because they don't care about what they eat tomorrow. They don't care. Nothing's prepped. Nothing's planned. So we were speaking about businesses before, that we have to plan ahead. Do you not plan for your body so that you can carry you into your old age?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They actually don't. They plan for everything else, Jinnie, except their health.
You're right. Absolutely.
Right?
You're absolutely right.
So for me, it became a fundamental part of my life, and that's what drives me. So little tips here and there, and I post it all the time. And again, I get haters. I actually get haters from people that are close to me, and I'm thinking, why? Because you're overweight? Because you don't want to train? Or because you don't want to put in the work? And then strangers, please send me this program, please send me this. And I'm happy. I'll sit an hour with someone and just do nothing, like for free. Because if they're genuine and they want to be helped, I want to help them. Because I love that energy. I love that change in your life.
Yeah.
Because I was already there. I lost it. And then I came back again. So to come back again at a later age is hard. So to get it there and keep it there, I want to make sure I'm there. I want to make sure that I'm there for a long time. Not necessarily have to be 60, 70 with a six-pack. But what I mean is I've got to be healthy. right? And if my body looks good, it's a bonus. It keeps you going. It's like a reward.
100%.
Right? So these are little things that I've done, and hopefully so the audience can pick up and appreciate that. And we post sometimes on more than one opinion from my Insta into there, and it's not showing off at all. It's actually showing that it can be done.
Yeah,
it can be done.
Yeah. So we'll be sharing a few more of Brody's home workout content, so stay tuned for that.
Thank you.
I think it's especially during now, even for mental health, that's where it starts as well.
Simple.
Yeah, so if you're not right here, it's going to show.
So I had a friend of mine 2 years ago. I mean, he was on antidepressants for years, and I said to him, "Do you really want to change?" And he says, "Yes." I said, "I think I could get you off antidepressants by changing your nutrition and the way you exercise, training." Within the last year, his body's transformed. He's off antidepressants. He's a different person. What did I do? All I did was give him a program to train, motivate him enough that he can do it, monitor his nutrition. He's a different person. He looks younger. He feels younger. His attitude to life is different. Why? Because he's just invested in some things. It's like my car can only take 98 octane. You can only put 98% octane because it's a performance car.
Yeah.
If I go every day and put really crappy petrol in it, what do you think is going to happen to the car?
Yeah,
it's going to crap itself. Yeah. But it's a hot car. It's just going to be the shell. I will damage everything from the inside, right? Specifically for your body, you need to put in good things into your body. It needs to be run. It needs to be turned on. It needs to drive. Okay? It needs to be maintained. It needs to be all these things.
Yeah.
Now that we're older, I need to invest in the vessel that's going to basically carry me into the old age, which is going to allow me to enjoy the wealth that I've accumulated, enjoy my family, enjoy the things that I've got around me, because I am healthier, right? So these are little things. So you ask me what motivates me, these are the little things. Not saying that I can't sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow because I've governed what God does or what God doesn't do in my life. I could probably sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow, but I'm doing my part of being as healthy as possible, knowing that such unhealthy behavior usually causes early death. So I'm just trying to prevent that. Other things are outside of my hand. That's different. If a car hits me or a bus hits me, it's different.
But you do what you can within your control.
That's it.
Yeah.
So,
amazing. Thanks so much for sharing your journey. And thanks for tuning into our lockdown diaries.
Yes.
And stay tuned for Rodi's workout sessions to be coming your way.
Thank you. See you guys.
Stay happy, stay healthy.
Take care.